Thank you very much, Mr. Musa.
You're welcome.
I believe we'll be able to carry out a very good lucrative business deal with your farm, supplying my supermarket with your poultry.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. I absolutely agree. I look forward to being the exclusive supplier to your supermarket of all my poultry products, and also opening a mini butcher shop in there to sell our beef and other meats.
Yes, indeed. Thank you once again. My men will call you for the arrangement and the starting date. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, is that Mr. Musa?
Yes, this is me.
It's SK, Mr. Williams' assistant. I am calling to let you know Mr. Williams says he cannot go through with the deal you agreed yesterday, as your beef and poultry are very high in aflatoxin content.
What are you talking about? What is aflatoxin?
Aflatoxins are naturally occurring toxins produced by fungal species. The fungi are common and widespread in nature, occurring in soils and plant matter, including cereals, oil seeds, nuts, and other crops. And under certain circumstances, the fungi contaminate food and feed with aflatoxins. The Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, estimates that a quarter of the world's food crops are affected by aflatoxins each year. Because of Africa's position in relation to the equator, it means the entire continent is at risk. Exposure to unsafe levels of aflatoxins occur across much of Africa, and the Gambia is no exception. Long-term exposure to low and moderate levels of aflatoxins through the consumption of contaminated food and also the occupational exposure, for example, by flour mill workers, causes liver cancer, growth retardation in children, immune suppression, and consequently susceptible to infectious diseases such as malaria and HIV/AIDS. Evidence suggests that chronic exposure to aflatoxins may also lead to reduced uptake of nutrients from diet by animals. The prevalence of aflatoxins is exacerbated by drought, pest, delayed harvest, insufficient drying, and poor post-harvest handling, all of which are common in Africa. To prevent aflatoxins contaminating your crops, which livestock eat, there are several measures you can take. Avoid insect damage that may facilitate mold entry. Choose varieties that are adapted to the growing area and have resistance to the fungal disease and insect damage. Apply Aflasafe and practice crop rotation. Avoid lodged or fallen material at harvest. Avoid delayed harvest. Maintain harvesting equipment in good condition to avoid damage to grain kernel. Sort and clean broken and damaged kernels. Aflatoxin concentrations are greatest in the vines. Store grains in cool and dry conditions. Protect feedstuffs from rain or other water sources. Clean silos and other storage facilities regularly to eliminate the source of inoculation. Remember, early stage aflatoxins are invisible to the naked eye, so make sure you seek advice from your agricultural research center before planting your seeds, and also contact them if you have any concerns at any stage of the growing cycle.
What is wrong, Musa?
Mr. William cancelled the deal for me to supply meat and poultry to his supermarket because they were found to be high in aflatoxin contamination.
Oh no, this is terrible. So what are we going to do now?
But first, they are going to send me some researchers to come and test all the livestock to identify those that are not affected. We are basically going to have to start afresh and to be far more vigilant in ensuring that the animal feed the livestock eat are bought only from farmers who implement good farming practices and keep the feed clear of aflatoxin. We will also be far more careful of where we've stored the feed. This is the best way for us to create a profitable business. But it is going to be hard at the beginning.
Don't worry, Musa. We are all here to support you. We will get through this.